Okay, I was going to make a quick little video on how I do my Sharon Wells assessments, the basic facts part of it, because it can be kind of tedious sometimes because it's all just putting in computations, and sometimes the computations don't copy over quite as well. So I'm just going to show you how I do it. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to add an assessment, and it's going to be basic facts, and this is going to be basic facts 9. So basic facts 9. Capitalize the F there. And internet's a little bit slow at home, so sometimes it may take a little bit longer. So I always turn that one off because it reads how many possible points on each question, but I always turn the text-to-speech bar on, even though basic facts, typically students won't use that. I just kind of got in the habit of doing that. And I save, and I always make it yes to where they can go back and see which ones they miss. Okay, I'm going to add the questions, and it's going to be fill in the blank text. And before I even start putting them in, I go to my basic facts 9 right there, and and these are the ones we go over together, so that's going to be the guided part or the teach part, and this is going to be independent. So I copy all of them that I want. And then that way I don't have to go back and forth between my PDF and my Schoology when I put them in. So I just go ahead and paste all of them in there in one. So that's Control V. That puts them all in there. And I just delete the ones I don't want to do. And these aren't numbered, so I just go ahead and do a row. So I end up with 12 individual questions, but there are going to be 4 questions per 4 computations per question. And so I delete all the one except for that first row right there. And what I do is I put a space there and I shift underscore, and that gives me a response. I'm not going to go ahead and put all my responses in. I'm just going to go ahead and put one of them in, and I'm going to go back later on because you can see that my subtractions are not copying over. So I have to go back and copy the subtraction thing, so I don't have to go to the character bar every time I do those, and I'll show you how to do those in a second. So I'm just going to put that one in, and I'm going to put the answer for the first question there, even though that's behind my, which is, ends up going to be 6 minus 3. Since that's going to be my first block, this block is going to end up over here. I'm going to put the answer for that as 9, because 4 plus 5 is 9. And then another thing I do is I adjust my screen to where it's 90%. And that way I can see all the things down here. I don't have to scroll down. I can see I want to make a partial match. And what that's going to do is going to, if I get one wrong, it's not going to count the whole thing wrong. So it's going to make a percentage based on, so each one's going to be worth, 25% of the question. And also I want to change my maximum length of characters. I only want to do 2 characters because I'm not going to have anything over a 2-digit answer. And I go and save it. And I'll go ahead and do another fill in the blank text. And I can do Control V. That puts all the questions in. I'm going to delete the first, actually not. I'm at the top now. It's a lot of questions, so go to the top there. I'm going to delete the first question. And then I'm going to delete the rest of them behind it. I'm going to go and do space, then shift underscore, and that's going to give me a response there. I'm going to go ahead, partial, and my 2 characters. And then I'm going to put my answer in for 7 plus 7 is 14. And I'm going to go through all 12 questions that way. But I'm going to pause it right now, and then I'll go back and show you what I do after I get them all put in. Okay, now that I put all 12 questions in, and I got one of the answer choices in there, I'm going to go back and put the rest of the blanks in there and make the corrections on my subtraction problems. First thing I'll do is I'll go behind the equal sign. I'll leave a space between the equal sign and where I want to put my answer at. And to put the answer in there, I do shift underscore. I'm going to do 5 spaces in between the next question. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then I'm going to go one space behind the equal mark, do shift underscore, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Okay, and now I'm going from right where the subtraction sign is supposed to be, and it has the parentheses. I'm going to delete that. And then I've saved all the characters in a Word document here that don't automatically come up on my keyboard. So I've saved the subtraction sign. You can see it's already highlighted, or highlit, I guess, because I've used it on the previous problems. So I'm going to do, I guess I can copy it, right? So right click and copy. And then I go back to my Schoology, and all I have to do is Control V to paste it in there. Go one space behind my equal mark, shift underscore, then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Go where my subtraction sign is supposed to be. I delete that and Control V. And that gives me all my blanks. And you can see my 9's behind the 4 plus 5. So I got to fill in the other blocks there. So I just tab to the blanks. That would be 3, and then tab. That'd be 3 also, and save. I'll do one more. Problem number 2. Got one space behind the equal mark. That's shift underscore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. One space behind the equal mark. Shift underscore. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. Delete that. Control V. One space behind the equal mark. Shift underscore. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I delete that. Control V. And now I can answer my questions. It's 8. Tab. 9. Tab. 5. And that question's done. And it doesn't take that long to do it that way. It probably took me about 15 minutes altogether to do this entire assessment. And that way the kids can do it. I don't have to grade it. They get instant feedback. And I also get to save making a copy of this for 40 kids. Best of luck to you, and we'll talk to you later.